RBS Basic Research Academy welcomes to you in the video lecture number 10. I want to remind you that I'm running a series of the lectures on Smart PLS software. So this is a video lecture number 10 in this series. So in this video, I have discussed on the how to import the data in the Smart PLS, and I have also introduced in this video with the Smart PLS interface, and then I have also discussed how to import the .csv data in the Smart PLS and how to convert the normal data or the SPSS data or the data with the extension of the .sav in the .csv extension. And lastly, I have discussed about the how to draw a simple model in Smart PLS. That is the agenda of this video. And let's start our discussion. But before this one, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Venkat Somro, and I'm from Sharvati University, Pakistan. Dear friends, when you open the Smart PLS software, you will find this type of the neat and clean and beautiful interface before you. Like every software has an interface. Now this one is also interface, and in this one, the different options are available to us. Like these, they are starting from the file, language, and the calculator. So in this one, then again, these are the project explorers. In this one, some of the already projects are there. They have been shown over here. First of all, here I would like to introduce that this is the Smart PLS book corpus repetition model. If you open it, then the drop-down menu will appear where the whole model has been explained over here. So PLS book. Now here you are finding the image. Here you are looking at the image of the same book, PLS same book, which has been written by the three famous professors: Professor Ringel, Professor Mark Sardes, and Professor Hare. They have written this book, and in their book they have discussed this corpus repetition extended model throughout this book. So that's why for the practice of the users, they have given the same model over here. So these are the different variables of this model, and here this complete model has been discussed. Now see, if you click this one, attraction. So these are the indicators of the whole that model. If you go down, so total, so 41 indicators are in this model. Okay, now this is the simple model for the attraction, and then CSR, if you click it, then another model has been appeared over, and this talks about the CSOR as well as preference and quality. The same model are available, and this is a simple model or with a complete model where all the independent, dependent, and mediators have been shown in the same model. So now, if you want to look at clearly the whole model, then this is the here that toggle sidebar. Just click it; it will disappear. And then if you want to get more space here, then you can drag it here, and then you can have the more space on your canvas, and then easily you can draw your model of your choice. So now here the 2344 records are available, our observations are available, and then as we have to work on entirely a new model, so that's why we are archiving it. So this is the archive button, the tool which gives you a chance that you can keep the different model which on which you are not working into the archive, and later on whenever you want you can keep all these one out of the archive and you can work on this one. So right now we are not interested in all these one, that's why I'm archiving this project. Archive the second one and archive the last one. Okay, and just if you want to keep it out of the archive, that's very simple. Go and restore the project from archive, then the same will appear. Yeah. So now all have been archived properly. Now I have to work on entirely a new project. So here, if you click here, you will find the create a new project. The same here, a new project. So from any these two tools are available to create a new model. So I'm going to create a new model. Just select, click it, and then you will have been given a chance to write the name of new project. So I'm writing the name of the new project like the green purchasing behavior. Okay, and then just press button OK. The new model has been created. Now see here in this one, the new model has been created. Okay. Now, second important thing is that you have to provide the data to this model. How to provide? Just click on, double click on the import to import the data. Now we have imported, we want to import the data, but the data is not available. The reason is that the smart PDS only accept the data which is extension of the either dot comma separate value or txt file. So now no any data is available with this extension. That's why it's not finding anywhere. So the second job is what that we have to provide we have to convert the data from any format into the CSV format or .txt format. Let's start to convert this data. That's very easy. Two tools are available to convert your data. Okay, dear friends, the SPSS data is available, one of the file. So now I want to convert this data into the dot comma separate value or .csv. I will remind you that the Excel has a different format, like the comma separate value XLXX and certain other extensions of the Excel you are looking here. But we are interested only into the .csv. How to convert your data into the .csv? That's very easy, because normally either we are recording our observation in the like in the SPSS or in the Excel. So normally, so now from the SPSS software, that's the same data we want to export to the smart PDS. How to do? Go into the file, and here the one is the export. In the export, you are finding different options are available: Excel, CSV, tab limited, and all these are. But right now we are interested only into the CSV. Double click it. Now there has been appeared. So now it just there is the you are going to export in the format of the CSV. So how? The same is there. For example, if you look here, so .csv and .csv. So comma delimited. Okay, so both are there. Now, just what we have to do, very simple, just save it in our desired place. We just save it. Now, the same file is in the .csv. Alternatively, you can also do, that's very easy also, go into the save as, okay, this file is there, and then save as a type, change its type. Right now, its type is the .sav, changes, and find out this is CSV. So when you do this one, it will find you, tell you that provide the new name to this file, and then now the extension is there .csv. So already we have done the job. So therefore we are not. But this is another tool which I have told to you. Okay, now our file has been converted, and now we are going back to the Smart PDS software. So now we are again on the Smart PDS software, and now it is very easy to import the data. Just click it, double click it, and now the data file is available after converging it from the .csv or from the .sav to CSV. Okay, now it asks from you, do you want to change, provide the new name to the import data file? No, I do not want to change. I want to keep the same name. Okay, just press OK, and let's see what's going to be happening. Now, there is here the few things which I want to. First one is an indicator. In the indicator, all the indicators are available. Like here, you are saying that here is seeing the same model. So in the yellow color, so different indicators are. So all the indicators are available. The total, these are the 20 indicators here. And missing, no missing, mean, median, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, cutoffs, skewness, all are available in the one go. There's highly advanced software. And if you want to calculate the missing, mean, mode, median, like the descriptive status, then definitely you have to work separately in the spaces on the same data. But here, all the things are available in the one go. Okay, and then indicator correlation. So it also provides you the correlation among all the indicators. So 20 indicators are there. So all the 20 indicators have been mentioned over here, and the intercorrelation among all the indicator is available. And then raw data. Raw data is the line number 1, and this is the names of your variable. And then in the line number 2, so these are the observations of the your respondent. All these are observations of your respondent for each variable. So from this point of view, you can know how much it is a like the advanced software where each and everything is there. If you want to copy it, just press it, copy to clipboard, and then you can copy it anywhere where you want to like the paste your. Okay, and then another thing is about the data record. Purchase intention green brown. So 200 records are there. So that's why you're finding here. Yeah, 201, 201, because this was the first line. On the first line, the variable name have been appeared. So that's why the total 200 observations are there. 200 records are 200 observations, both are same. Okay, now we are drawing the green purchasing behavior model. So here you're looking at one small, you can draw your model over here. How to draw it? Just double click it and it will provide you an empty canvas. So if you are not interested in this one, just press close, it will disappear. And now pretty good enough space is available to you to draw your model. But if you want to get more space on this canvas, just drag it in this way and click the button toggle sidebar. It will disappear. Now you have the enough space on your drawing board where you can draw a new model. So let's start to draw a new model. So now, first of all, we have to create a one model. How to do this one? Okay, one method is there. Select ATT and then press the button Shift and then press the ATT 3. So the all automatically will be selected, and then keep this one and leave here. When you leave here, with the latent variable has been generated here along with the 3. These are the indicators. This one is a latent variable, and these are its 3 indicators. Alternatively, what you can do, this is a latent variable. Just click it. Now see the create a latent variable Alt 2, a new variable will be created. Or alternatively, you can click here. If you click here, the variable will be created. Upon your every click, a new variable will be created until you are not deselecting it. Okay. So when you deselect it, now alternatively you can select this one. Then this will not be selected, or they will be deselected. So now different latent variable are there. So we are not interested in all these one. So that's why we are removing 2. We are interested in the 1 only. So how you can move in this way? You can put the cursor on this one, and then you can move this latent variable in anywhere. You can keep here, and there. Okay. So now and then we are providing another one S1. Okay. PVC. So now press the cursor on PVC and then drag it to the PVC4 in this way, and drag these 4 indicators and leave on the top of the this latent variable. See what's happening. Okay, the indicator have been given. So that's very easy. Drawing your this model in this one, everything easy. But if you compare with this AMOS, so now in the AMOS, everything you have to do by your own hand, and some of the features are available in this one. These features are helping you to draw a pretty good model. So now these 2 latent variables are there, but if you do not know about the latent variable, then my video is available. Its image is there. You can go and watch my video on the latent variable and then come here, because there are 2 types of the latent variable. One is a reflective and this is a formative. For the latent variable, for the reflective, and the for 3 videos are available on my YouTube channel. Please watch those one and then come back here as you can understand these one. Okay, and then if you want to move these, indicators in any other part, position, then that's very easy. Just press this button and then select this one, and then these are the 4 positions are there. Now see, just very easy. Then their position has been changed. Okay, and then align indicators to the right, align indicator to the left, top, bottom. You can do. You can also do the same thing with the Control Alt key. their position will be changed. So now another thing is you see there the color of these two latent variable is red. Now error is there. Now if you read this error, this latent variable is not connected to the other latent variable. That means there is no relationship between these two latent variables. So that's why we have to create a relationship between these two variables. How to create? That's very easy. We have a one connector. Just connect it. Just place this one and then drag here, and leave inside this another latent variable. Now, once if those have been connected with each other, their color will be changed. So now, when they have been changed, their sign is there that their color has been changed. Now, they're both these latent variables have connected with each other. Now, color has been changed. Now, this one path, you are looking this one arrow. This one arrow is a one path. You have given a one path. Then here you want to check the impact of the latent variable one on the latent variable number 2. Now his latent variable number 2 is dependent variable and the latent number 1 is independent variable. And these are the indicators of all these one. Okay, now if you want to change the you can font size, increase or decrease. You can increase the font size of this one. You can italic it, you can bold it, and you can change the border size also inside the border. Okay, and then you can also change its color. Assign color to the background. That color has been changed to the background, and then another color you want to give it the border. The border has got another color like this one border. Now see the red color, and another color, for example, black to the inner. So now these are color of this box are indicators you can also change, as well as the color of this one you can also change. If you do not like this color, then just press this one, the color will be changed. Although the combination of these two colors is looking fine, but if you do not like this one, it's up to you. You can change it. Okay, so then another thing is a grill line. You can provide the grill line here because sometimes these two, like the more variable, are not exactly to each other. Then you can draw this one and you can create. Okay, so this grill line can help you to keep our model exactly before each other. So this is the benefit of the grill line. If you want to remove this grill line, just click it. The grill line will be removed. Okay. From here, indicators. If you click this one, it says to you, show all indicators. All indicators have been shown here, and then in here, show only used indicator. Only those indicators which have been used, attitude 1 PCB. So these are has been shown over here, and then those which have not been used, so these are here. So this is the somewhat about the indicators. So in the last, so the another thing is about the calculate. If you want to calculate, then the PLS algorithm is there. Just click it, and it will check the impact of this one of the independent variable on the dependent variable. Okay, and another thing is if you want to change the latent name of this latent variable, for example, ATT, you can do without any problem, and then again rename here. This one is what? PBC. So in this way, you can also change the name of this latent variable. So many things you can do this one. So here I would like to end my lecture, and inshallah we will meet another lecture. Till that time, please take care of yourself, and also please take care of this channel. How you can take care of this channel? You can by clicking it, by watching it, by subscribing it, and by leaving the comment, and by liking it. So I hope you will do all these things. Thank you very much, and we will meet very soon in another video. Till that time, bye bye.